Well, as I meant to say earlier, but found wasn't recording, it's 12th of April, and I'm just going to walk around the garden and see how much and how little I've done. The pots are looking pretty poor. Not much done there. These poor old choiceas, which were models in the studio for a job, have got to go in the garden here, not here, but this bed I got rid of all the grass in it, which is at least something. But here I've been doing some work. This is much, much better than it was a week or so ago. And the choice are going to go back there, sort of in that clear bit and the further back there. This is looking not too bad, although it won't look good in a few days. But then if you look here, this looks pretty nice, doesn't it? All the primroses are coming out beautifully. And all the weeds too, but for the moment the primroses are winning. The beer is in its very last moment. It's going to collapse, I think, this summer, and that'll be the end of it. Sadly, we should have preserved it when we very first arrived, but it was already decaying then. And then this little corner's looking nice. Nice little place to sit. The wistaria's about to burst, and then it'll be cut back because it seems to be going into my bathroom again. The magnolia's looking fab. And then this bed's got its moments, like that big clump of roses. I did prune the roses quite hard last year, but they seem to have grown a lot through the winter. And all the sort of coltsfoot and celandines come through. Celandine, not coltsfoot. And the bed straw and everything on this bed, so it looks terrible. It did look pretty when the snowdrops were out earlier, but then this little bit looks lovely. I always like these primroses. They look pretty nice, don't they? Don't look at the weeds or the leaves. And this little bit looks quite nice, and there's loads of leaves on it. And here. And I did prune that rose right back last year, so we'll see what happens to it this year, as I did that one, which had grown out of all recognition. And that grass, don't know where that came from, it wasn't there last year. Or all that bed straw, that was ghastly. Anyway, I have to get at this very soon. This is looking pretty grim, all loads of grass. Where I clear, I get grass. Where I haven't cleared, it seems to look better, which is no sense. I don't know where the forget-me-nots came from, but they're very pretty and I love them, so that's okay. The old Morphenia looks nice. And some lovely poppies will come there later. I've got to get rid of all that tangle of junk behind it. And a few more narcissi left. There seem to be very many narcissi this year. I tried to plant them around the edges, but they haven't done very well there either. More poppies to come, lots of bistort. All that's got to go, the old Michaelmas daisies. Tree got to go here. Hope that rose is going to be, that didn't get pruned properly last year, I was too late on that. Peony and a tree beside it, that looks sweet. This one's been good this year, that's very nice. That was in a pot last year, but it suddenly burst forth, so it's lovely. Oh gosh, the old wild rose is going crazy again. Let's cut back all the rhingium. Honeysuckle is looking pretty promising, but it ought to be cleared here so we can get out into the garden. It is a lovely view. And then Andrew's been clearing a bit here, but all these lots of stuff around. And there's the apple trees. With the conker lying under them now, having come back from his walk. A hot dog. And here's the so-called vegetable garden with various things to be done to it. It's dug, but we need to get that edging in so that it can function as a vegetable garden, because it would be nice. And here's conker. Is that a hot dog? No, no. Is that a hot dog? Yes, is that a hot dog? Oh, what a hot dog. Have a good tummy rub. Yeah. Ooh, is that good? Oh, so good. Nice run with it. And then the last bit, the one bit of the garden I actually have been doing this year. So you can see Andrew's car that's got to be taken off to the dump behind. But this garden bit, which was completely overgrown, I have to say, is now unrecognisable, so that's nice. I've done at least that. And I'm getting these bricks all sorted. These have all come up so that I can make that flat level. That was all sort of sunk and risen into about 3 or 4 different levels along there. And it needs rearranging. But there are some plants in there. And some mice we've seen too. Got to get those trees out. And the camellias have been looking absolutely lovely this year. Look at all that grass I got out of the garden. Off the bricks, I mean. There we are. That's a little tour of the garden. Doesn't deal at all with the front of the house, which is underground virtually. But we'll see.